Hey, you guys. I am so happy to be able to welcome so many new people right here to my little nook and cranny of the internet, of Instagram. It's kind of crazy, but there are so many new people here. I thought it's only fitting if I pop on, introduce myself, and do some makeup. Easy makeup for over 50 skin. And so my name is Kimberly Weimer. I am a retired educator, retired school teacher after 25 years in the public school system. Retired in June, taught everything from first grade up to sixth grade, and decided that I want to continue teaching, but I'm just going to up the age a little bit. And as I have matured and my skin has matured, I learned that I had to tweak certain things with my makeup routine. So natural. It's so normal to have your makeup work 1 minute for you, and the very next minute, it's not looking so hot. And so what I've done is I'm a student forever, depending on what I have to decide to immerse myself in. So I am not a trained makeup artist, nor will you ever hear me say that I'm a trained makeup artist, okay? But I'm a teacher. And so if you know anything about teachers, if you are a teacher, give me a heart because I'm hearting you right now. Then you know that we're kind of lifelong learners, and we don't know everything. Teachers don't know everything in the classroom. And when you have a student that presents a problem to you and you don't know the answer, here's what you say: I'll find it out for you. And that's what we do. We find it out, and then we teach how to problem solve, how other people need to problem solve as well. So here I am in my little corner of Instagram, encouraging you to do the same thing. So I'm going to help teach you how to deal with some problems with maybe your makeup, okay? Common problems that and I may or may not be able to see your comments. So if I can't, let me know. Hey, let me know where you are watching from. I'm always so intrigued where on the globe that you are and you live, and say hi, please. So I live on the East Coast in Maryland. I'm a Maryland girl, okay? And I want to teach easy, simple things that you can do at home with whatever is in your makeup bag. And many people our age and beyond decide that, you know what, enough is enough. I'm tired of dealing with trying to troubleshoot makeup as I get older. I'm just going to stop. Now, what I like to carry on is the fact that I want to look like me. Okay? I don't want to have this huge transformation that nobody recognizes me with and without makeup. I just want to enhance what the good Lord gave me, okay? And do it in a very natural way. That's why, and I think there are a lot of you out there that are just like me. I'm not trying to cover up my skin. I'm just trying to enhance it, if that makes any sense. And there are a couple of little tweaks that you can do with your makeup routine that will help you to do the same. So if that's what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. And I hope that you'll learn a little bit of something. If you don't currently follow me, you might want to click follow, because there are always little 1 minute snips teaching things along the way that you can catch, like in reel form or in my posts or in my stories. I do a lot of little snippet demos, tutorials in my stories. Like when I get ready in the morning, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this eyeshadow look. I'm going to jump on my stories and just show everybody what I'm doing. And the other thing is that if I haven't tried it on myself, and then I'm not going to share it because, or at least tried it on other mature skin. I'm not going to share it because I want to make sure that it works for you and that it's easy. Because I'm not a trained makeup artist, and many of us aren't, when I sit there and I watch makeup artists do these really elaborate looks, I so wish that I could do that in a short amount of time, because I'm also the person who doesn't want to spend hours doing my makeup, okay? So what you'll see me do and use a lot of is my favorite makeup, which is a cream makeup. It all comes in one palette. I was the girl who had a bunch of makeup in a bag before, and then I found my favorite makeup and I never looked back. But the tricks and tips that I'm going to show you are for any makeup. So this makeup is by a company called Seint, S-E-I-N-T. It's French derivative, Seint. Everything, this is my entire face. It all comes in one place. All of these are individual tins. They're all color matched to my skin tone, okay? And that's what I do. I color match because many times part of our makeup issue is really wearing the wrong color. Speaking of foundation, and even, beyond that, it can be the wrong blush color, the wrong eyeshadow colors, those sorts of things. And not even so much the wrong colors, but like putting certain colors in other places can completely change your look. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to completely go out to a big box cosmetic store and just spend a fortune to be able to do your face and look like your most beautiful self. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I do. How about that? Let me just show you what I do. So I first prime. You have to take care of preparing your face for the makeup. It doesn't matter what kind, because the older that we get, we dry out, right? You may still be oily in spots, like sometimes my eyelids will get a little oily. So think about your skin and what your skin needs. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. Skincare, though, is like the most important thing that you can do. And if you don't have a good skincare routine, just a couple things that I think you need to think about. Number one, a good cleanser that has some good ingredients in it, okay? Just good ingredients. Number two, a good moisturizer, again, with good ingredients. Number three, some sort of chemical exfoliant, okay? Nothing abrasive, nothing that you can actually feel the sand and grit in between your fingers when you're using it. A chemical exfoliant. Those three things and a hyaluronic acid. Whoops, I skipped that. Hyaluronic acid will be able to hold the moisture into your skin. So those are just some skincare pieces that if you haven't explored those, it doesn't matter what type of skin you have. Those are just the basic foundational things. Let me see if there's anybody else. Yeah, you got it. I have a trained makeup artist here watching. Awesome. Everything is relative to the person you're working with and the textures of mature skin. Absolutely. Yeah, you want to make sure, and that's kind of the one thing that I want to talk about, is that you need to be your own advocate for what you want in your makeup needs, okay? So product and what you choose is, it depends on what kind of skin you have, okay? I use all creams. The reason that I use creams is for these reasons. Number one, you can build where you need more coverage, okay? Number two, it goes on very, very natural. So it doesn't dry down like powders and some liquids. They dry down, okay? So what happens when you move your face? When you smile, when you wink, when you blink, when you move your face? Then it ends up, looks great at the beginning of the day, but then what happens by the end of the day? you see creasing, you see texture, and you also see that cakey look, okay? For me, I love the look of creams because they look dewy, glowy, healthy, not flat, all right? Which means that because you can apply less, like it doesn't take very much at all of creams, that means you are less prone to creasing and inside of your wrinkles and accentuating them. The other thing that I love about creams is you can mix colors, meaning you're going to be able to get the exact right color that you need for your skin tone, because you can kind of like dab your brush into more than one color. It's kind of like an artist mixing paint. If they have red and they want to make it a little, and they want to make it pink, what do they add? They add a little bit of white to it. Now we've lightened it up, okay? And so when you're using creams and you have the right colors for your skin tone, as the seasons change, so easy to transition from your summer tan skin with color to your winter skin which has a little less color, and then again back to summer. So you're absolutely right. You have to find out what works for your skin. So what you're going to see me using though are creams. And if you Google, you can Google it, you can YouTube it, what would be your recommendation for the best type of makeup for mature skin, you're going to see creams, okay? And there's a reason for that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and prep my skin with, I'm using like a BB cream that has a slight tint, not a lot. It has, I'm all about good ingredients. It has good ingredients in it. So this is a BB cream. It's called Youth. It's by a company called Pomifera, and this is a level 3, so it does have a little bit of color in it, but it has an SPF in it. Okay, so are y'all wearing your SPF underneath your makeup? Well, part of the reason that I'm in the predicament that I am with the age and sunspots is because when growing up, I was the girl who would just lay out with baby oil and not take care of my skin because tan was more important to me. Not the same anymore. Okay, and so I'm paying the price for that. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to so I primed my skin, and now I'm going to go in on my under. I'm going to zoom in for y'all so you can see. But I have bags, I have dark circles, I have texture, like I have real skin. And that's the other thing that you'll see here is that I never use filters. Yeah, it's always just me. Okay, so because this is real. And I have chosen to be able to age gracefully in a way that I have, other than just treatments on my skin, like dermaplaning. I had a laser treatment. I have never had an injection, and that's just my choice. If you choose to do that, awesome. But I just want you to know where we're coming from here. Like, this is real. What you see is what you get. All right, I have blemishes on my skin because that's us. I'm gonna use this, it's called a Line Smoother Primer by a company called Amazing Cosmetics. And I absolutely love this stuff. It has something called neodermal in it, which helps to be able to smooth the under eye area. So it has, see these little balls? Okay, and those are nice and cool. It's gonna roll that primer right underneath of my eye. And I'm gonna put just enough. I don't wanna make it too damp and too slick. And then I'm just going to take my ring finger and I am going to ever so lightly blend that in. You want to make sure that that under eye area has, you're very gentle. But I don't know if you guys can tell already what has happened to this under eye area with this product. Can you guys see how it's kind of smoothing it? That's what it's called. A Liner Smoother Primer. Okay, and if you comment primer, I'll get you the link, okay? I'll get that to you. But it is by Amazing Cosmetics. If you use my If you get on your own, Amazing Cosmetics, and you use code Kimberly, they'll give you 20% off. When I try new products, I ask the company, like, can I have something for my people? If I'm gonna try your products and I love them, because I won't share anything I don't love, then give me something for my people so I can pass the love to them. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that, but definitely less texture there than there was. I'm gonna let that dry. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump to my one compact makeup. Okay, so you can see how I have 3 different foundation shades here. 1, 2, 3. I have like a darker, a medium, and a lighter. If you have always used one color of foundation in your life, why is that? I'll know why. Let me let you know why I used one color. Because that's what I was supposed to do. It's like, that's kind of like what we're taught, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Here's your foundation. But think about this for a minute. Our faces are not one color. Our faces are 3-dimensional. They are not 1-dimensional. So why would we use one color? My face is not one color. Like, I have dark areas here, all right? Lighter areas here, darker areas, melasma, all kinds of things. So I'm going to show you the power, number 1, of creams, because I already talked about creams. But number 2, about having multiple colors in your compact. So I'm going to jump in with my medium color, because this is kind of like my winter color. But I also like to wear my foundation just a hair darker. If you think that a color match is something that you might want, just comment color match, and I'll make sure that I get you the link here very shortly to get you color matched. It's free. But like, that's the most powerful part of makeup, is that when you go into a cosmetic store and they used to match you here. I don't know if that's you, but like, I used to go into Irelease, Alder Bierman. Those might not make any sense to anybody, but it was like a big department store, and I'd go to the cosmetic counter and I'd say, I need to find a new foundation. And then they would swatch it here. This is not my skin color. It's too light. Now, when I was 20 and I had no fine lines and wrinkles, I could probably wear that color and rock it, right? But now I can't. I need a darker color, because if the lighter you go, it will accentuate fine lines and texture. So I'm going to go to this middle of the road color, and I'm going to put it and fill in just where I want a little bit of coverage. Now, I'm not placing it everywhere. I'm only placing it where the majority of my coverage is needed. Okay. So, and I'm using this, it's like a fluffy brush. This is a brush called the Seint, or the shape brush, but I'm just filling in. Okay. I'm going to go into this darker color even, and I'm going to make it just a little bit darker right here above my cheekbone area. All right. Do you notice that I haven't touched my under eyes yet? Okay. So I'm kind of working a little bit backwards. The cool thing about this makeup is there is no magic order to put it in. But just know that I'm going to place these specific colors where I want them on my face instead of layering a bunch of product, because our faces are 3-dimensional. All right, the next color that I'm going to go in with then is a contour color. Contour has a little bit more gray. It is going to sculpt the face as opposed to warming it up. Now, this contour is somewhat warm, so it has a little bit of red. That's the way I like it. But contours typically are cooler, like gray. I'm going to use this brush that has an oval end, but because I like the shape of it, I'm going to go ahead right at the top of my ear, and I'm just going to place that contour stopping right at the corner of my eye. It's just above. So here is where my cheekbone is. My finger's resting at it. It's just above that. The reason that I placed it there is because my skin's starting to sag. And so when things are starting to fall, I want to do everything I can to provide lift. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and you guys see this melasma that I have along here? Well, if I use a contour color that has a little bit of warmth, then it's going to be able to help hide that melasma. And you guys are probably saying, that's a little bit too dark. Again, reason number 1,536,221 that I love creams is that I can blend this to whatever color that I want because it's warming up to my skin. It's moving with my skin the entire time. And then I'm going to go ahead and start right here at the bottom of my ear and right along my jawline. So if you have a double chin or jowls, okay, contouring this area is going to give the illusion that you don't, or it's going to lessen how obvious that your double chin or your jowls are. I'm going to take a lighter shade. So right here, you can see the sagginess right here in my jowl area. I started my contour just beyond that sagginess and then in front of the sagginess, but I didn't contour right there. The reason that I didn't is because contour will recede an area. So it's going to like make it set back, which is why you contour here to make this area look like that shadow is setting it back, which then gives your cheekbones a little Spanx, okay? A little underwire bra business going on. Okay, now I'm going to take just a little bit of a lighter color. Another reason why I need another foundation color, and I'm going to tap that right where you saw the jowl divot. The lighter color makes it move forward, so brings it forward, hence evening out this area so that my jowl is not as obvious. Okay, let's do the same thing right here. And you may or may not like this. You might have makeup artists saying, don't put your fingers on your face. I wash my hands before I start my makeup every day. But because my skin is warm, my face is warm, when I use my finger to do things that require such a light touch, it melts into my skin. So it requires very little product. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. So I'm gonna go down right along this shadow right here. So keeping this line as skinny as possible is, look at that. Think I should like be worried about it? I'm not. Okay, I'm so totally not worried about it. It's so forgiving. All right, so I contoured my nose, my hairline. Let's go ahead and blend a little bit of the hairline business now that it's had time to be able to warm up. So I'm going to blend it on back into my hairline, and I want to keep this little kind of half moon shape. So if you're interested in finding the colors, or at least maybe my recommendations to have an idea about whether colors will work for you or what colors you might need that will work for you, just comment color match, okay? All right. So, multiple colors of foundation, concealers. Seint, unfortunately, right now, but I think good things are coming, only ships to the United States and Canada. So if you are international right now, just hold tight, but listen, because you might have something in your makeup bag that can absolutely work. So a couple different shades of foundation, a couple different shades of concealer. Using a really light concealer, light, is probably not in your best interest. And gone are the days of taking your dark under eyes and then applying a light concealer over it, because what'll end up happening, especially if your concealer, your foundation has yellow undertones, it's just gonna make that look gray. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna color correct. So I placed that Line Smoother primer under my eyes. You guys saw me do that. That was like the second thing that I did. It's had time to dry and set, and now I'm gonna color correct. So couple different colors here with this one, again, by Amazing Cosmetics. You just let me know, I'll send you the link, or you can get on amazingcosmetics.com, use code Kimberly. This is, it is called Amazing Cosmetics Corrector. This one is the one for light to medium skin. So you have two choices. This is a salmon pink color, which is great for color correcting like blue. And then you have a yellow one here, which is great for color correcting if you see more purple. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this salmon pink color. Seint, however, just to give you a little heads up, Seint has lip and cheek colors that are so versatile. Looky here. It's a salmon peach color. It is a lip color, it is a cheek color, it can be an eyeshadow too, but I can use it to color correct. So you can equip your compact with whatever it is that you need. I'm gonna go ahead in, and I'm gonna use this, and I'm only going to tap minimally where the darkness is, okay? Some days I wake up and I see more blue. Some days I wake up and I see more purple, all right? And I'll use the yellow. So it just depends. Now I'm going to go ahead in with my finger again, and I'm going to color correct. So if you know anything about color science, if you're an art teacher, let me tell you, you guys are already ahead of the game, so you know, but we're going to use color science. So what ends up happening is, if you look at the color wheel, opposite of blue is the reds and oranges. I had a color wheel somewhere. Oh, for the love. I wanted to show you guys. So we're going across the color wheel, and then we will see peach, orange family. Can you guys see what's happened to this under eye with the primer and now the color corrector? I'm looking at it, wondering if I need to put any more product over it is what I'm looking at. You know, we tend to lather and just say, well, now I need to do this, and now I need to do that, now I need to add this, without really thinking and analyzing and saying, well, do I? Like, I'm not sure, because what's going to happen if I layer more product over it? Well, chances are the more product, the more likelihood of creasing, okay? One of my eyes gets darker than the other. I would bet that that's maybe the case of many of you. I'm gonna, hold on, let me. All these MLM things. You guys are so funny. I get so weirded out by the people, the anti-MLM people, because I don't understand it. If a product is good, it's freaking good. I found this makeup during the pandemic because I was using Bare Minerals, which is not an MLM, for 23 years, and it wasn't cutting it. So, all right, look, guys, do I need more foundation under my eyes? I'm not gonna do it. So, but what I am going to do is I'm going to go back into my compact, and I'm going to find another color of foundation. This one's lighter. Now watch what happens when I just place a lighter concealer in certain places. So I'm going to place it right here in the inner corners of my eyes. Okay, there and there. And then I'm going to place it right down the middle of my nose. Can you guys just see that? So look in your makeup bag. Ask yourself, do I have a lighter concealer? And instead of lathering it here, find yourself a lipstick or of like in the peach family and try to color correct under there. And then take that lighter concealer and just in these areas, very little. Again, here I'm using my finger again because I like a really thin coverage. And then right here, I took it down between that stripe on my nose that I contoured. And there's all different types of ways that you can contour your nose. But again, Kim is showing the easy way. Like you can do the little exclamation point. I mean, YouTube has anything, so. And then I'm just using this little feathering motion. This is what happens when you have multiple colors in your compact. Now, so let's talk about this area right here with the 11s. I mean, I've been doing a lot of gua sha and facial exercises because like that's my goal. I want to stay out from underneath of the knife, any injections, anything like that. I mean, I'm never saying never, but like this is my true goal right now, okay? So, and for anybody who feels that way, like me, yay. And if you don't, that's okay too. I am here to teach you some easy tips. Now, if you have this going on, then you don't want to put a light concealer right there because why? It's going to accentuate it. Don't do it. You want very little product there. So when you wrinkle your forehead and then you don't see that wrinkling anymore, any creasing. Okay. So let's do something right here with the contour that I forgot to blend. I'm going to move this, flick this in an upward motion. The other thing I want to just speak briefly about brushes. Sometimes a brush can make or break the entire look, okay? So all brushes are not created equal. The brushes that I'm using are made for cream makeup. Okay, so if you're going to use creams, then find makeup brushes that are made for creams. Primarily because they blend differently and they pick up product differently. Like it's like these brushes know how much product to pick up. I didn't buy the cream brush early on when I first found the makeup and still loved it, but noticed that it was just applying too much. Like it should not feel heavy and cakey at all on your face. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and line my lips a little bit. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to use a little lip liner. This one is by a company called Wonder Skin. And I'm trying to find the color. And whenever you need spectacles, I believe it is rosewood. Okay, I'm just going to line a little bit here. Just under my lower lip line, not a lot. And then I'm going to follow my lip line. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use a couple different lip and cheek colors. This is the other thing that I love about creams is you can mix lip and cheek colors, and the versatility that you have is so fun. So I'm going to place the darker color just above like my contour shadow, and then we're going to blend all of this and kind of marry them together. We don't want like a definitive contour line and then a blush line. We want them to just kind of be like a gradual change. I like to use kind of that 3-finger method for the darker color, but you're gonna see me do something else. So let's blend this up. Okay, so this is gonna be like for more lift. And let me show you that, because this with cream, look how dark that was in the tin. Can you see how beautiful it is on the skin? It looks highly pigmented, but you have the power. Again, with cream makeup, it doesn't lay on top. You have the power to have the desired color that you want just by how much you apply. Now I'm going to go ahead in with, let me go ahead and use, this is a color called Wildflower. It's a lighter pink, so just find a lighter pink, and we're going to tap it on the apples of our cheeks. So as we age, we get more sallow looking, lose the color. And I know that this darker will give you lift. I get it. But if you're looking at somebody straight on, you want to see color in their face. You don't want to see bright red. You just want to see a natural flushing. So that's what having just a pale pink or a pale peach in your makeup bag, that's what it does for you. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this color that I said I could also color correct with. It is called Homecoming. Right now on the Seint website, it's 40% off. You can get it for under $10. Okay. So that's Homecoming. That's how pretty it is. Now, if I want to darken it up, I can add a little bit of black cherry and just darken it up a tad. So fun. All right, let's do some eyes. Do we want to do some eyes? All right. Now, couple fun ideas. I don't know if you've ever thought of this, but you can use a concealer to place on your eyelids if you're not much of an eyeshadow gal, okay? I get it. Lots of times, lots of days, I don't wear an eyeshadow, but I can take a lighter concealer color and put it just to even out all of this coloration. My eyes get real red and veiny, and now look, that's just with a little bit of concealer. So you can do that. Or my fave is an eyeshadow primer. Okay, again, I mentioned that my eyelids get oily. Who in the world would give women oily eyelids? I swear we get all of it, don't we? What more can we withstand? Childbirth, menopause, all the good things. All right, so this is an eyeshadow primer by a company called Sigma Cosmetics. It has like a peachy tint to it. I'm going to actually place it over top of this because I need longevity. My family and I, we're going to go bowling this evening. I'm not a bowler, but I'm all about having fun. Okay, so, and not taking myself too seriously. So this is what Sigma Primer does. And it also color corrects, but it's going to add longevity to my eyeshadow look, whatever that's going to be. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is, this is a strategy that I have been using most recently. I have not a lot of real estate to cover, okay? My eyes are more deep set than hooded, but it's getting to the hooded part because this upper lid is starting to droop. Again, I'm trying to do exercises and gua sha in order to lift my hooded eyes. But until that time, gosh, look at all you guys who want color matched. I'm game. Yeah. Just want to make sure, that you guys know that we only ship within the United States and Canada. Okay, so this is a company called Seint, and you build your palette with your individual needs. Okay, I have my colors here. These are all magnetic tins. They pop in and out. So easy. I only have to replace what I use. And then also I put some eyeshadows in the bottom. But you can build compacts of all different sizes. Look at this one. This one has 4 colors. This is where I started. 2 highlight colors or 2 foundation colors, a contour, and a lip and cheek color. Does my whole face. That's it. That's what I travel with. And my carry-on. Go. It's all TSA approved. All right, so for my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take, this is a waterproof gel eyeliner. And I'm going to line, very gently holding on. But you guys know we have crepey eyes as we get older, so the skin is moving back and forth. This is a gel eyeliner, so it's kind of like gliding on. And you don't have to be too careful about placement. I mean, meaning that it doesn't have to be an exact science, because you can see how rocky this line is. Now I'm just going to use a brush. This one is called the Etch brush. It's also by Seint, but find yourself a brush, and then you're just going to smudge it out. Okay, this color that I'm using is called navy. All right, smudge it out, smudge it out, smudge it out. Soften it. If you want to try yourself a little wing, okay, I have a love-hate relationship with liquid eyeliner because I can't get the wing right, but I'm just going to look at you. I'm going to stare straight at you. I'm not going to raise my brow. And then I'm just going to give this little guy just a little flick. Okay? And soften that on the inside just a little bit. You guys know that I do this in my phone. Teeny tiny screen. All right, so there's that. Let's do it to the other side. I thought this was dark blue. It's black. All right, which I typically don't wear black, but I grabbed the wrong one. So today, guess what? Today we're wearing black. Typically wear like dark brown, dark gray, navy, but I don't wear black because I'm always really worried that it's going to just look too harsh. All right. Now, when I do this part, I'm going to stare straight ahead. I'm expressionless. And then it just gives me that little wing. It's so fun. Again, I had this love-hate relationship with winged eyeliner because I couldn't do it. Then I practice and I practice, and there has to be a way to be able to tell my people how to do this once I learn. There, that's it. Now, I still have some remnants on my brush, so I'm not going to go ahead and go overkill. I just want to go ahead and carry some of that color down, and it's also smudging at the same time, so I'm kind of meeting in the corner. Da, da, da. Okay, typically you might have learned to do your eyeliner after your eyeshadow. I went in reverse, right? So I primed and then I did my eyeliner, and now I'm just going to take a neutral eyeshadow. You decide whatever your neutral is. Find a good eyeshadow brush. Here is one. Fluffy end, more tapered end. And then I'm going to go in with this color. It is called Cafe. It is a cool neutral. Okay, and then I'm going to keep my eyes open, and I'm going to go above my crease. Okay, and I'm just going to keep doing this motion, not falling below my brow. All right. I'm going to flip my brush over. So because I have deep set eyes, if I would have gone straight for the crease, that color would have been lost in the crease. So now you can see that color. And if I close my eye, you can actually see the placement of it. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other one. So keeping my no expression, I want it just above my crease. And then I'm going to go ahead and feather that in. And you don't have to go all in at once. Building the color is what gives the best looks. Start light and then decide, is this where I want to stop? And go from there. I can hear my dog trying to get into my room. Probably it's time for her to eat. All right. Now I'm going to take that same neutral shade, it's called Cafe, and I'm going to bring that down underneath of my eye so it's not too harsh. You know, that black eyeliner on the top and the bottom from the 80s, depending on your eye shape, maybe that it's time to say goodbye and do something a little bit softer. Okay, and then also that is kind of smudging and softening up what the remaining eyeliner that I carried underneath, okay? All right, now, how do we handle shimmers over 50? Well, you don't give up on them, okay? You can wear shimmers over 50 with mature eyes, but where you place them is important, and knowing where to place them. If you place them up high, then the light is going to catch all of the crepiness and all of the wrinkles, which is going to accentuate them. Placing it right here where your eyeball in that movable lid space, so it just captures the light only when you want it to. You know, when you look down, when you blink. It's not all of the time, it's just a little nuance of shimmer. So I'm going to go in with this color called Sabrina. This is what it looks like. And I use my finger because otherwise you get a lot of fallout. And I'm just going to tap it right on that movable lid. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my brush and I'm just going to tap that very little. All right. And then we're going to go and do the same thing over here. So can you wear shimmer over 50? Well, heck yes, you can wear it. Just be smart about where you place it. If I would place it in my crease and above my crease, it would draw attention to the texture. Okay, just overall will make you look older. Let's do a little mascara, and then I'm going to add a bronzer, which is a piece of makeup that I think every woman needs in their makeup stash. I'd love to know if you wear a bronzer. Let me know in the comments if you like a self-tanner or a bronzer in any way to add warmth. Again, a lot of this is because as we age, our skin looks more sallow, okay? We are losing that color in our skin. Using gua sha and facial exercises will help get the blood pumping back into your face. When you cleanse your face, how long do you cleanse your face? Do you just like hurry up and wash it and then splash some water and dry? Or do you massage your face gently, which again gets the blood flowing there? Let's see if there's anybody else. Okay, yeah, let me just, I will get you guys the color match link. So just, I'll upload this live, and you might want to save it like just for future use, because you never know when you want to refer to it. I like to use this little rock and roll method. So you kind of rock your bristles you blink and you turn your wand. And I got a little mascara there, a little blooper, which I'll show you. And I don't load my bottom lashes because they're short. And if I load them up, I'm just accentuating the fact that they're short. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm just gonna take, this is a dry spoolie, and I'm just gonna pick that off. Ta-da, it's that easy. All right, let's do bronzer. All right, so this is a bronzer. It's called Bella. It's a cream in cream form. I was a big self-tanner, but didn't like how self-tanner wore off. Then it would be all splotchy. But if you have a cream bronzer in your makeup stash, then you can use a bronzer in order, a cream bronzer, just like you would a self-tanner. So I'm gonna make the letter C. You see that? I want to put my bronzer where the sun would typically hit me, which is the higher points of your face. All right, I might want to tap a little bit on my nose, on my chin. Just put it wherever you feel like. And now I'm just going to blend it in. It looks so natural, and it's just going to add warmth and make it truly look like you're a little bit sun-kissed. If you get color matched and you have questions about the colors, please reach out. But I want to say this. I know what the colors look like on the skin and on different skin tones. So the colors on the website don't look anything like what they do on the skin. So I hope that you will trust me that I'm giving you the best colors that are going to work very, very well and look beautiful on your skin, and it's going to give you the most versatility. You can build your compact however it is that you want to fit your budget. I'm going to give you the recommendations, but you ultimately decide. The things that I think I would stick with are like the foundation shades, because those, I know what they look like on the skin. The other thing is I want to tell you this. This is how you get a color match. You're going to step over to a window and you're going to take a photo of yourself. And please know that I do not share your information, your personal information with anybody. I do not sell your information. This is coming from like me. I have so much belief that I would never do that. Please trust me in that. You're going to send a selfie makeup free in this kind of lighting. Because right now I'm just sitting in a chair looking out of my bedroom window. I have no makeup mirror on, nothing. Like, this is just natural light. Don't go outside. Don't take it with the flash on your camera. Take it in this lighting. And this is the best lighting to figure out your skin tone. Bathroom lighting, camera lighting, artificial lighting, turn off any lights above your head. I have no lights on above me or around me. It's just natural light from my window coming in. And send it to me. Your selfie is safe with me. I know it's very scary sending a makeup-free selfie to somebody. But believe me, I did it. But I take that very, very seriously, that's not easy. But I think in the long run, it will be one of the best things that you've ever done, because you're going to have the colors that are just going to be right for you. No more guesswork for you. Okay, let's see if there are any other questions. Yeah, color correcting over concealing. Stacy, yeah, the Advent shades didn't come with a compact. But right now, the Boxing Day sale is going on. So compacts are 40% off. Demi palettes, which look like this of all sizes, they're 50% off. Okay, I have some demi shades in here, but they're different sizes. They're half off right now. So if you need a compact, We have a lot of lip and cheek shades that are 40% off that you can grab now. That goes until the end of the year, till December 31st. So if you want color matched so that you can take advantage of some of these sales, let's do it. Let's get you color matched in the next day or two. Yay! Seint is the name of the product, right? My lip line has become thin also. So lining your lips with a little bit, lining your lips period is definitely really a helpful tip. The name of, and if you guys are interested in like my colors, there is a collection. So if you think that you're the same color as me, and I will match you to a collection, which also saves you 10% if you purchase a pre-made collection. So it'll be the colors plus a brush. All you have to do is comment level up, because if you do that, then it's a much quicker process and I can match you to a level. The links are all in my website too, which is in my bio. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to ship very, very soon, guys. The gel eyeliner, good question. That is by a company called Revant Cosmetics, and I will tag all of the items that I used. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm hoping that we're coming to the UK and to Europe next year. You guys have a great day. Thank you for joining me for as long as you did. And talk to you soon. See ya.